Alright, what is this? Sorry, this channel is being deleted. The Vtuber Purge. The Vtuber, Jesus. YouTuber Vtuber Purge has begun. Sometimes I get scared of one day I'm gonna wake up and just boom. Gone.
So YouTube recently announced that they were making some policy changes to the reused content policy in particular. Now, this is something that about...
Just for the record, this is not about React. This is a clip channel. And sometimes clips get posted from the main VOD, and then YouTube is super cringe. This happened to Shy Lily, too.
4 years ago or so, YouTube was having issues with already because a lot of people were getting their channels negatively impacted either through strikes or outright removal over alleged reused content, even though that policy really wasn't being enforced properly on a number of channels.
Super
now,
cringe.
Surely it was being enforced properly in some cases. I'm not saying it was like 100% faulty, but there were absolutely cases where, as mentioned, this policy was targeting people.
Yes, you're correct. Actually, this happened to Iron Mouse, too. Yeah, they just straight up deleted her channel. I bet you they had to go through so many hoops of fire to try and fight off YouTube. Everyone always tells you, Alana, yeah, you should stream on YouTube. You do realize that Twitch and YouTube are both sides of the same coin. They both have insane amounts of issues
That it shouldn't have been targeting. And I'm using that like targeted loosely because I think it's all just like algorithmic. It's not like these channels were manually being targeted, probably. It was like the algorithm was like falsely flagging channels and falsely taking them down over this, once again, reuse content policy. And I did see at least plenty of those channels were able to get YouTube's attention on Twitter, actually, because you got to like tag team YouTube, which in of itself is like kind of a mess.
That does nothing. Just for the record, I've done this like 3 to 4 times. Tagging YouTube does nothing.
It's like, no,
have they gotten their channel back? It's been like forever.
Publicly tag team YouTube and tell them what's going on. Hope they fix it. I digress. A lot of these channels were restored and content was restored after Team YouTube stepped in, was aware of it and stepped in and fixed the problem. But fast forward now, like 4 years later, and YouTube. Let me add really quick. Over the last 4 years or so, that stuff kind of like worked out. I wasn't seeing this problem arising that much anymore. So it seemed like things were going pretty well on that front, at least, regarding the reuse content policy being applied improperly, incorrectly. Now,
I think it's because anyone can send a copyright with no information from the person sending the copyright. No, this is YouTube removing it because it thinks it's spam. Clippers, unironically, people who clip your channel. I love finding clips of myself on YouTube. I don't watch them, obviously, but like I watch a little bit sometimes. And it's just like, it makes your channel grow and it helps and it shows that people appreciate you. They want to make your content to make other people aware of you. And they're doing it for free. Like most of the time, these clippers, they're not hired by the content creators. They do it for fun because they love your community. And it's like, why does YouTube hate that shit?
Forward 4 years. And like last week or something, they announced that they were making changes to the reuse content policy, to which a number of YouTubers were saying how this could probably affect things like Clipper channels, for example. And now we're seeing
the consequences.
One of the first, or maybe the first casualty of such.
No, Shy Lily's one was the first one with Pierre. And that took forever to get back. Yo, Rosie, what up? Hi, how's it going? What's up? How was your stream? What'd you do? Little cow stampede. Hi. But don't hate YouTube hate. What don't YouTube hate, to be honest? They hate everything except taking accountability. That's what's up, dude. We were reacting to Mooch's new video. Yeah, I just did that too.
And it is a Filian.
Yeah, I just finished.
Channel.
I went to pee.
We see the tweet here that says from Flippin Filian. So YouTube just take down my Clipper channel with over 150,000 subs in an instant. No warning, no nothing.
And by the way, I've talked to this guy. Super nice person. I was trying to get into contact with someone who would do a translation of the Filian stream so that I could post it on YouTube. I've been busy, but like, that person's really, really nice. I talked to them in DMs.
Team YouTube.
They just love Filian.
Team YouTube. All the videos on my channel featuring Filian were made with her full permission. I work under her as a clipper. Please bring it back. And tagging Filian right there too. We can see the screenshot saying
shit, man. YouTube
Flippin Filian was removed from YouTube. Your channel Flippin Filian wasn't following our policy on community guidelines. We removed it to protect our community.
Notice how it doesn't say like exactly what it is. They just like straight up like yeah. It's because we said so. That's what I hate the most, man.
If you think we made the wrong call, we'd be happy to take another look. Begin your review to see more info and start your appeal. You can review and appeal until July 7th, 2030. So we see people tagging Team YouTube here. We get a response. Team YouTube says, the first step here is to appeal, which sends your channel directly to our policy team, and they'll follow up with you.
Hey, there I am.
Over email. You can appeal in studio or via this form. You can also view your appeal confirmation and anticipated review time in studio. Probably the responses here are not so good, I'm going to guess. Let's take a look.
Nope.
I can't tell if this account is a bot or mentally beat an intern. Are you acoustic? Huge L. Stop closing down approved Clipper accounts. You did this to Shy Lily last year, and you've clearly done nothing to adjust for this.
And it took forever. Shy Lily's like quite literally top 5 VTubers of all time, and they still don't care. Do you know how fucking stupid that is? She can't even get a hold of him and fix the problem.
Forgot about the Shy Lily one too. Okay, well, still, like I said, like while the policy issues do seem like they were getting better over the last 4 years, clearly there were some issues here and there. One more response we'll take a look at reads, appeal. You have the owner of the content telling you herself she approved of this. You should have immediately reversed it after seeing that. Now, this policy in of itself is not all bad. The issue is like when it gets applied incorrectly. But like there's definitely channels on YouTube where you can argue this sort of policy would be good to affect. For example, I've seen like literal AI channels on YouTube that are getting like well into the tens of millions of views per month.
This is a personal experience of mine. I saw literal corn on my YouTube page, and that didn't get taken down for like at least a whole day, and I posted on Twitter about it. It was obviously censored, but it was so weird. Like, you remember the girl that was showing her bush and shit? I was like, what the fuck? Yeah, and my shit gets immediately flagged because I cuss too much. Like, what?
Literally uploading like fake content. It's like AI generated images and like the occasional like AI generated video in between. And when I say video, I mean, you know, like 5-second clip or whatever.
Yep.
And they make this whole like fake video saying something
like that's slop. Like, you're not even putting in effort.
Like, Keanu Reeves
People call me
was at a coffee
SmugAlana,
shop
right?
and some cat was stuck under a truck outside. Keanu Reeves heard the cat crying and heroically rushed outside, lifting up the entire truck and saving the cat. The bystanders cheered on.
Yeah.
And it's like literally a fake story. Now, Keanu Reeves is pretty cool.
True.
I think he's probably
Nice.
one of the only
Real.
celebrities that's like actually a good person. From what I've seen, Keanu Reeves is one of the good ones. And so obviously a lot of people like Keanu Reeves. And these sort of like AI channels take advantage of that by making these fake stories and stuff. But what's like especially unbelievable is you go to the comment section of those videos, if you've ever seen them, and it's like people actually like believing the stories. So like, wow, see, Keanu Reeves is amazing. And it's like, yeah, he's pretty cool. But like clearly this story's fake and it's all like,
people like Facebook farms AI because it gets them clicks, and they don't remove it because it makes them money. I have absolutely no faith whatsoever for a human to review this, for humans to even take a glance at a mistake. What if someone has like an AI cadence and then the AI flags it and says, oh, your channel got removed because it's AI, and then you prove that it's not, they're like, oh, we don't give a shit because go fuck yourself. It's so corpo. It's so corpo. This is gonna go so badly in my opinion. Because they don't actually hire people to check shit. Because they physically can. There's too many things. But the fact that they don't even have like a proper system for secondary channels or like third channel reviews, it just doesn't matter.
AI generated. So I think when they're making policies like this, they're trying to like largely target channels like that and or channels who are literally just like re-uploading someone else's content. Like, not transformative at all. There's no like fair use argument to be made. It's like literally just re-uploading someone else's content, in which you would then say it's like reuse content and this policy should take effect. Now here's where it gets a little complicated, because like to the algorithm, I suppose they may see a Clipper channel and think that's kind of
the reason why they think of the Clipper channel is a recycling, even though it's just a clip and it's altered content, is because they don't care. They want to like narrow it down to a specific like pipeline where it's just one channel getting all the views, as opposed to, like, spreading the views to clippers. That's what I think, anyway. That's my theory.
What's happening there? Like, wait, this content's already on YouTube, but it's now getting re-uploaded?
Yeah, this is what
obviously the clippers do transform the content in a number of ways.
I think there's people who do bad clipping content. Don't get me wrong. There's people. Remember that Nimune drama about her getting clickbaited, and it's like a really baity sexual sex bait like content, and then it gets and then it shows that it's not even her being like sexual. And they take it out of context or something, and then she complained about it. It was like, guys, stop doing this. I think that's bad when it makes the content creator uncomfortable, and it's bad for their PR. But this is so much worse. Like, they're not gonna care.
Subtitles and like edits and stuff too.
Yeah, and the thumbnails too.
The algorithm seems to still be making these mistakes, and it's really annoying that people have to then like beg Team YouTube to take a look. Obviously, they mentioned this like in-system way of appealing, but sometimes that takes a long time for them to actually like review. Meanwhile, the whole freaking channel's deleted.
How could it possibly like take forever to review? I don't understand. Oh, actually, I do, because they have like a 12,000 employees at Google, and it takes like it pushes along through like 5 people a day until it gets to like the higher end of the review team.
They can't upload the clips and whatever else, so it's a whole mess. And like there should definitely be better ways for this to happen. Alas, we're seeing with the policy changes coming up that this is, as mentioned, one of the first casualties. Hopefully things don't get worse from here, but like I'm kind of nervous about all this stuff. It's not good for clippers, and it can just like cause a lot of problems for people. I've seen
it also can stir drama with people. So for example, I've asked permission to react to stuff before, and I've gotten approval from the original content creator. That's just like common courtesy with being a React Andy. But how does YouTube know that you have permission from the person when they're just like indiscriminately saying that it's all spam, or it gets flagged for, reposting? It's like, how do you know? You don't. You get flagged and then boom, it's gone. It's over.
The past as well. I should clarify too, the reason I keep bringing up the reused content policy in particular is because, for example, right here, YouTube is tightening its policies on reused content, particularly targeting on original content for monetization. Starting July 15, 2025, creators applying for or already a part of the YouTube Partner Program will face stricter scrutiny regarding content that appears mass-produced, repetitive, or lacking in authenticity. Now, as mentioned, this is where it conflates to like those AI-generated channels that I was talking about, regarding like mass-produced and lacking in authenticity. Specifically,
sure, yeah.
So like you could argue like
the really cringe
content, maybe there's like a better
shit.
terminology they could use for like going after AI channels, but like I'm kind of baking that into this because of those reasons, and I think the policy algorithmically looks at it the same way as well, like going after Clipper channels, for example, and going after the sort of like
the fact that this happened before the policy change. This is what, 2 days ago. Filian's Clipper, it happened to 3 weeks ago or 2 weeks ago. Pierre, Shy Lily's Clipper guy, who she literally hired to do that, that happened like a year ago or like 8 months ago. I can't remember. It's been a while, and I feel like it's gonna get worse. It's been a few months. It feels like it's been like 8 months, but yeah, sure.
It's produced like unauthentic AI generated content and whatnot, but it doesn't stop there. I've seen like people making like top 5, top 10 lists getting hit for used content over the years. It's debatable if you think that should or should not get hit when it's literally just like anime clips turned into a top 5 or 10 and it's not that transformative, as opposed to maybe like doing a whole commentary over it as well. I'm not here to debate like the morality of that or if you think that should or should be okay. I'm just giving you another example of content I have seen hit with this sort of policy in the past. TechCrunch wrote about these policy changes and this update. We're just going to read this single paragraph really quick. You'll see why in just a second. They say, some YouTube creators were concerned that the update would limit their ability to monetize certain types of videos like reaction videos or those featuring clips. But a post from YouTube head of editorial and creator Liaison Renee Ritchie says that's not the case.
Okay.
So not supposed to go after clippers.
Again, with personally dealt with their review team, I've talked to AI saying that it's that I made a mistake, but they won't tell me what the mistake was. They can do this for anything, man. You can't. There has to be a better alternative for YouTube, and there is none. At least like with Twitch, there's like Kick and like whatever. Yeah, the car crash video. Yeah, I tried to get into contact with them and them saying this is for sexual content. I'm like, I was reacting to a video about car crashes. How was it sexual? They didn't give me a timestamp or anything. Like, it just didn't matter to them because they can do whatever they want because they have a monopoly on everything.
Just giving further merit to what I mentioned, that's probably just an algorithmic mistake. And what else is new? I suppose at the very least we can say that an algorithmic mistake is probably still better than what happens over at Twitch, where they seem to be systematically and intentionally targeting VTubers with like more strict policy enforcement, while they give their cam girls and political streamers like Hassan free passes on the same stuff or worse stuff. Returning to the Filian situation though, with the clipper Flippin Filian, Filian herself would respond saying, "Hey YouTube, I fully approve of Flippin Filian uploading my content on the site. Please support my clipper." However, things don't seem to be looking that good as of the update posted. As you can see, 2 hours ago, Flippin Filian made this update that reads, 3 days later, channel is still down. The appeal got rejected. Right now, I'm trying to work something out with someone who might be able to help. I'm keeping my hopes up.
I have faith, but in my personal experience, I've asked for a review on my content, and the video is like 40 minutes long, and I get a reply within like 3 minutes of submitting the appeal. I'm just saying, yeah, too long, didn't want that. Yeah, great review, thanks YouTube. I'm not even kidding. I've submitted a review on a video that's like 3 times as long, and they just don't care.
You can see an image here that says,
YouTube's freaking dead.
Your channel won't be put back on YouTube. We've taken a careful look at your channel again.
Yeah, very
and confirmed
careful.
that it violates our community guidelines policy. We recognize it's disappointing news, but our goal is to keep the YouTube community safe and supported. Meanwhile, every single video that we upload, there's like 20 NSFW bots right in the comments trying to scam people. But yeah, no, that's we're not going to talk about that right now. We're going to go after Clipper channels. Okay.
There's also comments of like CP and stuff. Yeah, that's coming back. Motohar's talked about it recently and like even months ago. There's like actual comments that are like CP related.
Look, I like YouTube. I'm very grateful to be here on YouTube.
Yeah,
I do like the platform overall. I think it's like great, but there's some seriously jarring issues, and stuff like this just comes off a little tone deaf when they talk about like problems, but then they're doing things like this and these other problems like permit.
I mean, look, you gotta do what you gotta do. He's criticizing him, okay?
The platform.
What if they like ban him for criticizing him?
Like, this whole bot thing's been going on for what, well over a year now, right? I know bots have been on the platform for a long time, but I'm talking about like specifically the ones who've been like infecting comment sections all over YouTube. I don't think a few years ago it was this bad. It seems like it's gotten worse. I don't know, though. I don't know. Flippin Filian then said, still not giving any specific reasoning behind it. I know Team YouTube has a pretty bad reputation, but experiencing it.
I've seen people getting their channels terminated before, and at least they gave you a reason. They didn't give a reason to Flippin Filian, bro.
Firsthand is truly mind-boggling. And we've got one more screenshot here. This says, we have reviewed your appeal for the following. Channel Flippin Filian. We reviewed your channel carefully and have confirmed that it violates our community guidelines.
Very carefully.
We know this is probably disappointing news, but it's our job to make sure that YouTube is a safe place for all. How this affects your channel.
But they don't say why!
It's like rubbing salt in the wound. How this affects your channel. We won't be putting your channel back up on YouTube. Learn about your resolution options. Thanks, the YouTube team.
Yeah, resolution options. Kiss our ass. Oh, what are you gonna do? Go somewhere else?
Team YouTube did make another response. Check this out. Totally understand how important this is for you. Mind sharing your channel URL so we can take a closer look.
Oh,
so,
here we go.
Sometimes they do pull through in the end. Hopefully that'll be the case here. Hopefully things work out for Bro and for Filian.
I'm huffing copium right now.
Let me know what you guys think about this, though. Maybe we'll have like a good resolution and things actually will be okay from here, or maybe this is just the start of things becoming even worse. We'll have to see. Thank you for tuning in. Let me know what you think in the comments.
Very foreboding, chat. Very foreboding. Support your VTubers.
I'll see you in the next one.
Support your VTubers, bro. If you see someone having troubles, you gotta help them, man. even like commenting and responding and like saying anything to the YouTube team, it helps bump it along, apparently. If you have a big enough reach, they usually help you more. Which is really cringe, in my opinion. Yeah. Cleo got hit on music for a debut she had commissioned herself. Oh my god, don't get me started on that! I saw a clip of a DVD creator that said that they got copyright struck on a music from the game, which can't be copyrighted because it's in the game. Because these people make AI copies, or like AI that's AI music that sounds like popular video game music, and then they copyright strike you. Just to fuck you. And YouTube does nothing about that.